Somehow this is not clickbait. This is actually what I think should be the #1 tip for FPS players. And I'm not going to waste your time with this video. I'm not going to beat around the bush any more than I am right now. I'm going to get right into this. Recently I've been doing really terrible at all the shooters that I own. My timing's off, my aim is off, and there always seems to be a player in the lobby that takes advantage of me. You know, that one guy in almost every match we play that's just either right on our level or above us, and they are super hard to deal with. But then I remembered the #1 tip, and at 40 seconds in, we are going to talk about this. That is how to deal with that one guy. And it's really simple, actually. Stop trying to be better than them. You're not. If they're outgunning you, if they're faster than you, if they're always in your blind spot, if they're always flanking you, they're just better than you, and in the 10 minutes to 20 minutes that match is going to go on, depending on what game you're playing, you're not going to get better than them in that short amount of time. You might be able to best them a couple times, but you're not going to be better than them. So you might think this is scummy or skill-less, but this is a really important tip if you don't want your match to be ruined by one guy who spends way too much time on his Xbox, or PlayStation, or PC. Was that really necessary for me to say? You have to take his skill and ability out of the question. How do you remove somebody's skill out of a video game? You give them something that they can't deal with no matter how good they are at the game they're playing. Yes, you're really good at Call of Duty. You can aim, shoot faster than me, you know the map better than me, you are one step ahead of me every time, but you'll blow up to a claymore just like anybody else. Haha, now you see where I'm going with this. This goes beyond counterplay. Counterplay would be playing against your enemy's strength. If they're fucking you up in close range, stick to long range, it's not about that. Every first-person shooter has things that take away an opponent's skill. Some things are really drastic, like gravity spikes in Black Ops 3, whereas that you just hit 2 buttons and you kill everybody around you. At the off chance they kill you before you hit the ground, which usually doesn't happen, yeah, you're gonna get the kill. But some things are less drastic, like flashbanging somebody in Counter-Strike Go, or waiting for that pesky bitch to walk over your nitro charge in Rainbow Six Siege. Do not be afraid to use the game's equipment and traps and weapons that are on offer. If there's somebody that really just won't let you move, won't let you play, won't let you win, concussion him when you see him. Use stun grenades, flash grenades, put trip mines behind you if he's always getting up behind you. And again, almost every shooter that you can name has these kind of things, unless they're like military sims. But even then, certain vehicles and certain weapons and certain ranges you can play at completely remove their ability to mess with you. So let's paint a picture with Infinite Warfare. I'll play the clip right here. This guy has been messing me up all match, the match before and the match before that. So I had just switched to a sniper rifle and I was dicking around, and then I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to give this guy a run for his money. And I'll have one kill where I get him with this because the match is almost over and I was doing terrible. But watch what happens here. He's a really good player. Oh, okay. He's dead. What was he going to do? I hit him with a stun grenade. Now, if that wouldn't have worked, and because he had the perk that resists that grenade, I would pick a class with a frag grenade or a cluster bomb. I usually have a class ready with a noob tube or a rocket launcher. Oh, this is scummy. You just have to get good. Okay, sure, but if you are really being bested by somebody in a match, yeah, you can change your playstyle. If they're aggressive, maybe wait for them to come to you. If they're moving, faster, maybe you need to speed up or slow down. You can change your playstyle however you want. But these are guaranteed things that take away the opponent's skill, takes them out of the question. You don't have to worry about how versatile they are, how skilled they are, if you have 2 trip mines in a doorway for them. You don't have to worry about somebody's accuracy when they're flashbanged. Oh, they have really good aim and map knowledge, but yeah, you have a noob tube. In close range, they keep screwing you up with their SMG. Well, run a shotgun. That's even better for close range. Have a shotgun assault rifle class in case he gets out a little bit farther. If you're playing games where you can switch classes, like in Infinite Warfare you can switch rigs, or in Battlefield you can switch, the actual class you are, do that so he doesn't know it's you. Because a big reason you keep getting your ass stomped by this one guy is because he recognizes your player model and what gun you're using, and he goes, that guy's easy, I keep kicking his ass. Switch it up a little bit, switch guns, switch to a gun with a different camo on it, switch to a different rig, switch to a different class. Change up your playstyle, of course, but come on. Every first-person shooter has things that nobody can counter. It doesn't matter how good you are, you still have 100 health. You'll still get blinded by this grenade. And if you don't get blinded, you might get blown up. If you don't get blown up or blinded, well, that might have distracted you just enough for me to shoot you. Stuff like that is so overlooked in shooters, it's embarrassing. So how to be an anti-tryhard? Summary. To kill this tryhard, to beat this tryhard, run stuff that nobody can counter. Attempt to break their momentum. Be the brick wall in front of the finish line. Claymores, bouncing betties, cryo mines, shock charges, the works, man. These all work. Switch to a shotgun. Do whatever you can to remove their skill out of the equation, because you're not going to get any better than them in 10 minutes. But a side note here, not just to appease the high skill level players, but really it is a good point. Learn from them as well. Learn how they're using movement in the game to their advantage. Learn how they're using their weapon. Learn how they're using their equipment. But overall, don't just rely on your reaction time, your aim, and your map knowledge. Because some people will be better at all that. But nobody's better than a claymore to the goddamn face. So let me know down in the comment section below if I left anything out here, I should have said something. Give me an example, give me feedback, give me criticism. Start conversations with people so you have to keep coming back to the video and then it accumulates to more inflated views. You know, that'd be cool. Share this video with your friends, your grandmother, your mother, your grandfather, your father, your uncle, your crazy aunt. Post it to your school message boards if you want. I don't know, it's just a topic to think about. Hopefully it just changes the way you think. I'm not trying to tell you exactly how to play. Wouldn't that just be terrible if there were any sort of YouTube videos out there that just told you how to play games? That would, just terrifying. But no, this isn't clickbait. Yeah, that's what I think is the #1 tip, is that you can remove the player's skill out of the equation, and you shouldn't feel bad for doing so, because those things are there for a reason, so that they have to think past it. If they're better than you, they're gonna catch on to your trip mines, they're gonna catch on to your bullshit, but you can break their momentum, you can break their morale, you can piss them off, and come on, it's just as much your game as it is theirs. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you when I see ya. Goodbye! Oh, these end segments. Oh boy, has it been a long time since I've done a genuinely funny end segment. Loud noise. Fuck, I just knocked over the mic. That's all I did there. That's all I did. That's not even funny.